getting ugly. And at halftime, I was upset, frustrated, and had a fellow coach come over at half. He kind of gave a little message like, "Hey, you played to get here. You deserve this.
Mhm.
This wasn't given to you." And I started looking around the huddle. You see guys' eyes light up, helmets started buckling, and gloves getting tightened up. I was like, "Okay, we might be in this." Um, then we go down and score on offense, and it's like, okay, right back where we want to be. And just stayed with the game plan. Coaches trusted their work and preparation. Made a couple of adjustments at linebacker. We're ready to go.
So we're going to welcome the offense coordinator here for Jordan High School by way of the phone line, brought to you by Little Caesars, home of the hot and ready pizza. Coach, you put a tremendous game plan together. Talk about going into that game. Were you satisfied going into the second round? Of course, like you, Coach All, you just mentioned, where you've earned this opportunity to be able to win the game. But, Coach, talk a little bit more about that if you can. Did you feel comfortable going up against a good team in Pinecrest?
Hey, thank you guys for having me today. Talking about if I was comfortable going into Pinecrest, I feel like after we beat Jack Britt, we were like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. And as I looked at the film, throughout the week, watching each night, I had a pretty good feeling that what we were doing on offense would hopefully get us some trouble on defense. We pretty much made every mistake possible we could in the first half, kind of in all three phases. And then, like Coach already said at halftime, we kind of settled down. We sunk into our game plan, and we just stuck to what we had practiced all week. And we have some really, really special kids on this team, on offense, defense, and they also play special teams. So I had a pretty good feeling once I knew, hey, we're settled in here.
Of course, we can mention the names of Luke Dale holding the rock. We can Marion Blue. But I want to talk more about Bondi. I want to talk about where did this kid come from? How did he kind of get to this position where not starting a varsity football game as quarterback? Come in. We talked with Coach over the last couple of weeks where, starting Advanced County, he lost by one to Hillside, and kept getting better. Let me tell you right now, Friday night was the best that I have seen him play all year long. Or Thursday night, excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I know starting the season out this year, he was obviously our number two quarterback. He ended up starting an outside receiver for the first 5 games. And I think playing outside receiver and kind of seeing the game from that point of view really helped him playing quarterback. And then when he got his opportunity at quarterback, he's really made the most of it. He has lost 3 games as a starting quarterback by a combination of 10 points.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So he is playing a really, really good football. And I think Thursday night, was kind of the culmination of that. And he's just doing exactly what he's been coached to do, Monday through Thursday. And he realizes that as long as he does what he's coached to do, we're always going to have a chance in the fourth quarter.
This Tailgate Sports Show with the offensive coordinator and, of course, the head football coach of Jordan High School here on our special edition of the Tailgate Sports Show every single Monday. Of course, we want to keep these going, Coach. But talk a little bit more about what you see out of Bondi as a head coach. You mentioned a couple of times, we throw him the play. He's not going to change it. He's going to go out there and do it. But as a head coach, what do you see?
It's one of us all. One thing that people probably don't realize is that this season we haven't really had a chance to practice it in adverse weather. Every time it would rain at practice, it was thundering light, and also we have to go to the field and finish up at the gym. So that was his first opportunity with the wet football. And 2nd and 7 to win the game on game-winning drive, Coach Bell calls a pass play, and I about panicked and called a timeout because I didn't think we'd be able to throw the ball in the rain very well. And obviously we put up the ball that Caden Chalowski was able to come down with and put us in prime position to go win the football game. So, Bondi, he's extremely coachable. He takes coaching. He can call on past experience better than most. It's not having to reteach everything all the time. And that's not to say that we've had that problem here, but you get that a lot in high school coaching quarterbacks. Guys the solution doesn't translate from week to week. So he's done a great job of taking every little piece of information that I give him or Coach Bell gives him and basically processing that into something where he'll do things just inherently the way that we want them done. And it's extremely fun to watch. He's judicial with the ball, unselfish, and he's becoming one heck of a talented player for us. First quarterback since, 2011 to throw for 1,000 yards in the season, and, it's kind of fun again.
Again, he didn't start until literally halfway after halfway point there for this season. Of course, first round beat Jack Britt, scored 23-20, and then he defeated Pinecrest there in Southern Pines 32-28. We'll reference where 21-0 was the deficit, and you kept chirping away. Webb on the defensive side made some tremendous efforts. One could have turned for a touchdown, interception for a touchdown, just literally slipped out of his hands. But so much, and I told on the broadcast with Wes Collier, my color guy, where I said, I think I'm going to go get a Shalaski jersey. One, I love the name because that's the best name in football. But two, he just made some tremendous catches when it was when he should have. So, Coach, talk about Shalaski. Tell me what you think about him.
You know, we've been challenging Caden for a minute to use his big frame. Don't let the ball come to you. The ball's in the air, show ball. Go get it. And boy, did he take a time to go do what we coached him to do. I mean, they didn't really have an answer for him. The play that we called in the game to throw him the football, they were in an off-cover look, and we still liked the call. Then, you know, they walked down. I don't know what in the world they saw and adjusted to, but they walked down over him, and, you know, he made him pay for it. If we can get that kind of production out of Caden, you know, then maybe we have a few more of these. I don't know.
The second round, the playoffs defeated Pinecrest 32-28. Next round, third round, against New Bern, number 2 seed in the 4A bracket. Coach, tell me what you think about New Bern.
I'm gonna let Coach Bell tell you about their defense, but I can tell you offensively, man, they are a workhorse. They're fast. I mean, you watch the film, even the referees look faster than I do. Team speed is insane. Special teams, they're sound. They don't make mistakes. They're aggressive. They like to attack. Hey, I'm trying to put together a special teams cut up today and trying to find a play where they punt the ball as almost impossible. So, you know, they'll give us a challenge there, but I'll let Coach Bell talk about their defense.
Yeah, to definitely reiterate what Coach Ard just said, on the defensive side of the ball, they're big, they're strong, they're really, really good football players. They're a very, very sound group, and they look to be coached extremely well. So we will definitely have to be on our P's and Q's on Friday, and we definitely can't turn the ball over. Like I said, they're big, strong on the perimeter, and they're very, very strong and quick up front as well.
So talk a little bit more about that. Are we going to, it's what you're doing right now on the offensive side is working, you know, using Amari on Blue, using Dale, let Vondi use his arm, use his legs. It's just a good mix of just different players stepping up. Are we going to see anything different against New Bern here on Friday night?
Yeah, well, you know, the game plan is kind of, you know, ever evolving through the week. But I do agree with you that kind of what we've been doing the past, you know, probably 5 to 6 weeks has worked really well. We're obviously very, very fortunate to have the best player in the state, which is Amarion Blue, on our team. We're able to hand him the ball, and he can make plays for us. Our O-line, they probably don't get enough credit, but they are doing a heck of a job up front. And I think it's no secret that we definitely want to run the ball first. But I think Thursday night was definitely a peek into the window of what Addison Monty can do with the ball as well. And like you said, now we're a little bit more balanced than we have been in the past couple of weeks.
Coach, are you liking what you see against this New Bern team? What you guys have put on the field, what you put on the field? Are you liking your chances against New Bern?
Make no mistake about it, buddy. We're gonna run the ball. You know, look, it's playoff time, and it gets really difficult because there's very few common opponents with a lot of people you're playing. So it's hard to really judge what you're seeing. I have several games of film on them that I found and been able to acquire. You don't see a lot of teams like us against them. You don't see a lot of teams that are run-first teams. And I think if we come out and we have success running the football, we give ourselves an opportunity like every other time to strap them up. And, you know, I'd love to tell you, yeah, I'm wholeheartedly in, but we got a little bit of momentum right now. Let's see what the kids feel when we get there and how we look and go from there.
Friday night, third round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association 4A State Football Championship. My friend, that's got a good ring to it. Keep that momentum, like you just mentioned, alive. Again, everything that you've done to this point, New Bern's got another thing coming for them. So I'm excited about that, excited to be there, And guys, God bless you. I'll see you on Friday night, okay?
Thanks, Trey, man. Y'all be safe. Go Falcons.
See ya.
Thank you guys for having me.
Offense coordinator and head football coach of Jordan High School here, part of our Tailgate Sports Show. Again, the final score, Jordan in the second round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association 4A state playoffs against Pinecrest 32-28. We mentioned they were down 21-0. Only gave up 7 more points the rest of the way. They were tremendous. The defense was absolutely tremendous. Big things happening when, as a group, you play together. A couple different potential opportunities for Pinecrest to take the ball and extend their lead. Webb was a huge aspect for him. Of course, Amarion Blue was huge. McMillan was huge on the defensive side. One thing that I mentioned, and I think I jinxed Amarion Blue during the second half, where I haven't seen him fumble or lose the ball all year long. What happened twice in a row. What I love about this Jordan Falcons program on any level is the fact they never give up. They're down 21-0. Who cares? That's exactly the mindset. Who cares? We have been here. Went up, they scored 21 in the first for Pinecrest, 7 in the second, and then it was all the rest of the way. It was Jordan High School, where just Vondi to Shalaski at the end of the ball game to get down with a 1:27 to go. And then, of course, they did what they could to move it into the touchdown. So, again, final score, 32-28. They take on a team in New Bern, number 2 ranked team in all of 4A. It's going to be a great matchup. Again, they're 6-6 on the year, but that record does not indicate who they are and what kind of team they are right now. They're playing their best football, and it's starting to show. They beat 2 really good programs back-to-back, Jack Britt and, of course, Pinecrest. Both teams expected to beat Jordan. Now, of course, New Bern is favored in this ball game, but they're, based on what we see on social media, it's going to feel like a home game there for Jordan. I'm excited about that. Excited to be there. Myself and Wes Colley will be on the call there in New Bern coming up on Friday night. The kickoff, 7 o'clock right here on Nextdoor Radio, nextdoorradio.com. The Nextdoor Radio app will be at the pregame show there at 7, brought to you by PlumServe LLC there in Creedmoor, North Carolina, not only covering Granville County, but all surrounding areas. Again, my name is Trey Snodd. On behalf of Nextdoor Radio, this is the Tailgate Sports Show. We can't thank the head football coach and the offense coordinator there for Jordan for joining us here by way of our phone line, brought to you by Little Caesars, home of the hot and ready pizza. Till next time, God bless. We'll see you later.